And hello again, friends. Welcome back to twitch.tv/trooperberry and our continuing series of trying to survive for 1,000 days in the long dark. And trying to squeeze in just a little bit more progress before episode 5 drops in just, as I record this, 5 short days. I'm excited. I'm real excited. But there's still work to do. And if we're going to pivot to story mode, which we are, we're going to need... Excuse me. I do want to make sure we leave off at a good spot. So, here's what I'm thinking. So last time we were going to check Timberwolf Mountain, see if we could find some coffee, but then one of the local bears got in our way, and of course we had to hunt that bear, and then it ran off somewhere, ended up dying on a very inconvenient hillside, as big game is wont to do. But, having done that, I think now we're ready to go ahead. We're going to check, I mean, we might check Thompson's, but mostly we're going to Mountaineer's Hut in Timberwolf, because I'm almost certain I left some coffee there. And we're going to take some flour with us, and then we're going to grab that coffee. Then we're going to make the trip back to Transfer Pass. And then we're going to do the thing I've been putting off for far too long, and we're going to make all those lovely, juicy, meaty Briar House pies that are going to help carry us through our time in Langston Mine. So let's get started. Oh yeah, I was talking about making some arrows too, wasn't I? But we can do that in Mountaineers. Because I know we have quality tools there. Let's see, what would we want to take? Well, I've got some crow feathers. Like, how many arrows do we have? I got some manufactured ones, and then I've got 3 regular. I would like more than that. Let's say, let's see, what would be good? Let's just take 6. Okay, 8. I got 1, so let's take 7 more of those, and we got plenty of maple waiting for us. Yeah, we got maple waiting for us at Mountaineers. Okay, not sure why I grabbed 2 bear steaks, but that's fine. Okay, let's see. You're 1.5. You're 1.5. I could just take these 2. Oh, right. Those were steaks we brought back from the bear that interrupted us last time. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, well, in that case, let's see, is there anything else? We have 30 sticks, which is not a traveling number of sticks, if I'm honest. There we go. That's all fine. More birch. We want to make sure when we go, we're going to make sure to check back through the ravine so we can top up our birch stores. I'm okay taking that, and that's fine. Lovely. Okay. Oh, it's already afternoon. Oh, right, because we We stayed out. Did we do one last trade? We did one last trade. And that's, yeah. We gave Sutherland one last chance to give us something caffeinated, and he did not. Ah, well. Alrighty. Well, at least this time, now we can make our escape, safe in the knowledge that there won't be a bear waiting for us. Wolves? Well, there's always wolves. But that's, you just gotta expect that. But yeah, so let's, yeah, we are not fully rested. We have some travel ahead of us. And we don't have the space capsule to rest at anymore. Oh, we can sleep at Thompson's Crossing. That's fine. Hey, Martian. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. How's your week going? It's been fairly quiet here. Was it? Oh, right, broken arrow. Yeah, broken manufactured arrow, so there's nothing we can do with this, so it's just going to sit there. All right, moving on. Yeah, honestly. This will be my second consecutive working weekend, but I am not upset by that because working Sunday means I can have Wednesday off, which means I can play episode 5 right when it releases and not have to worry about missing work. Is that... I'm Ragnarocker. As Ragnarocker89 came back to Twitch, that member. Oh, well, welcome back, Ragnarocker. Good to see you. Hope you've been doing well. Now that's showing me you're a first-time chatter. So did you have to make a whole new account? Well, anyway, welcome back. And yes, we are absolutely still going strong with TLD. I'm trying to just make a little bit more progress on our various goals before episode 5 drops because, well, because I'm going to be all kinds of enveloped in that when it actually does happen. You did because you started streaming your... Oh! Well, congratulations. How's that? How you liking that? Actually, hang on real quick. If you are in fact streaming now, let me do this real quick. There we go. There we go. Make sure to drop you a follow there. So far as talking to yourself and your dog, who always kind of, oh, hey, that's honestly, that's kind of that is the modal experience for folks who are just starting out. Although, I will say, if you're playing TLD, you know, and if you hang out in some channels, let folks know. because we do kind of pride ourselves on helping people get build their follower count fairly quickly. We're not a massive community, but we do like to look out for each other. Most years you had was three. And then, hey, hey, in all seriousness, and I've seen numbers to back this up. If you can average 3 viewers, which is like the absolute minimum you need to be a Twitch affiliate, you are among the top 10% of channels on Twitch. And I do not exaggerate when I say that. That is how that is how saturated the platform is. So if you're to the point where you're having 3 viewers, you're doing just fine. Now, your goal might not be like growth or stuff like that. Again, like most people, you might be. Well, and I'm a hobbyist too, so I mean, if growth happens, awesome. But I'm just I'm just here having fun, hanging out with cool people. So yeah, if you just started, it sounds like you're in a good place. All right, hang on. I just want to make absolutely sure this stupid wolf isn't here, because it has bothered us many times before. But the fact that rabbit's not freaking out suggests that we are in fact clear. Yeah, no idea. You're hoping to do it for fun. Yeah, and that's the most important thing. Because like if you get into this expecting to make money, you're going to be deeply disappointed. You just like to mumble to yourself when gaming. Okay, well, I can't recommend mumbling because, well, it's folks might not always be able to follow what you're saying. But honestly, if talking, talking, talk to yourself, talk through your decision making. Folks actually they like that, and they will. Excuse me. They will. They'll listen, and some people even prefer that. I mean, not don't mean to tell you your business, but I say if you're comfortable, just comfortable with yourself, and just talking through your thinking, and just having a plain old good time, then yeah, you're great. It's the streams where you got someone who's just sitting there silent and not interacting with chat if there is any chat. Those are the folks who might be more at risk of ending up frustrated. No, it sounds like you're doing just fine. Welcome back, Martian. You're carrying boxes for a food bank. Oh, nice. But yeah, I think yeah, I might have asked you how your week was going while you were out and about. Okay. Oh right. Yeah. Yeah. We've been away from PV long enough that the bear and the wolves might have also respawned. All right. Well, we'll just have to be ready for that. I actually have to make a decision to start. Oh, nice. Yeah, really warm memories from your streams from 2023. Oh, that's well, that's very kind of you to say, Rocker. Thank you. And yeah, I will say, but and that's honestly that's kind of how I got started. I was hanging out in people's streams, and then I I kind of got to think, I mean, I don't. This sounds like something I could do. It sounds like it might be fun. But then I got some helpful nudges, and people said, yeah, you should try it. And when I did, people were very supportive. So I am absolutely delighted to help pay that forward, and help folks where I can. I have a chest infection. Oh, that sucks. You just went to the pharmacy and got more cough syrup. Okay, well, hopefully it's the good stuff. You got the cough syrup with codeine. So at least it'll make the blur seem interesting. Okay, no, I see you. I see you, you jerk face. Oh no, you too, Ragnarok. Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, it's late March, but it is still the season. All right. All right, moving on. Nice. Oh, I just remember I might also have some energy drinks at Mountaineers. Those would be good to have too. Yeah, but we'll see what else is there. But I think the anything caffeinated is our main target. Don't insult codeine cough syrup. Oh, that sucks. But you have your own stash of cocodamol, for when you dislocated shoulders and knees. Oh, right, because yeah, you've got hypermobility to deal with. Well, good thinking by you to keep a stash. Although I hate that you are in a spot where you might actually need that. All right, you're always sick in March. Yeah, is it what did Homer Simpson say? That lousy smarch weather. It's not quite spring, but it's not exactly winter either. And depending on where you are in the world, it's also when allergy season starts to kick in, and isn't that fun? Because I know my friends in Japan they're gearing up for allergy season, which is thanks to some questionable decisions in the wake of World War II. Basically, when they reforested the country, they chose the sugi, the Japanese cedar, which absolutely just vomits out tons of pollen. Cocodamol is codeine plus paracetamol. Oh, handy. So, so yeah, coughing relief plus pain relief. That's pretty efficient. March of Bold is brutal. One day snowing, then sun, then cold, then Yeah, that sounds familiar. 'Cause I was hearing reports from family back in Nebraska that it was doing the typical Midwestern spring thing where they had like days in like the high 20s, and then the next few days you'd be like down in single digits because the weather absolutely cannot make up its mind. And if you're out if you like if you're a person who's out there like planting your garden, if you got faked out, then all those plants you put out, uh, they unfortunately were probably a little frosty. Okay. Now the bear. Okay, you know the bear cave. The bear's cave is up here behind these rocks. So if we're gonna see it, well, if it is actually out and about and it has respawned, and I would assume it is, given the amount of time we've spent just going back and forth from the far territory, it's probably well. Hopefully we see footprints, because I don't want that thing sneaking up on us. It goes like March. Box, what are you doing here? March like a stew pot. Everything goes. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. There's the footprints. So the bear's back. And those prints do appear to be rather fresh. Now, which way are they going? It looks like they're going this way, which I don't appreciate, if I'm honest. How many times have we done this, where we're doing this particular route, and all we want to do is get to Timberwolf Mountain, and then this one stinking bear has parked itself in our path. Yes. Flee, Box, flee! Oh. Oh! Oh, look at what I found! Ah, there we go. There we go. There's our culprit right there. You like how TLD evolves with time? Oh, yeah. And I know, I was talking about earlier how episode 5 is on the way, and, like, people who saw, because I know, and there not only are there people out there, like, like YouTubers and streamers of size, and people are out there saying, people who saw TLD come out in 2017, and they thought, oh, that looks neat. I'll check back in when the game is done, thinking story mode was the game. And those people are in for a trip. Like you can do so many things. You can multitask. Like you can start a fire and cook something and then go do something else. Among the many wonders that are the current build of TLD. Okay. Okay. If this bear doesn't choose violence, I'm not going to choose violence. That's how magnanimous I'm feeling right now. And it turned around. Perfect. Hey, Zert, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're still here plugging away, looking for coffee. Didn't think the bear came over the bridge. Yeah, it wanders. I don't. It doesn't wander down the road toward Thompson's Crossing as much, but yeah, now it comes all the way up to that burnt out cabin. I think that was a wildlife refresh update. Story mode seems a bit too easy. You kind of prefer survival. Oh, that kid's lonely. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Um, and okay, are we gonna blizzard? We're gonna blizzard. Gosh dang it! And I don't have a. But no, I take your point. That even if you play on hardened survivor in story mode, it's still genuinely pretty manageable. But again, you're in story mode. You're there for the story. So, I mean, if you're looking for misery, there's a setting for that. It's just not in Wintermute. Okay, I do have. We do have some provisions here, not too many. There we go. Okay, so should we hang out here? Or do we push on to Mountaineers? That story is great, not gonna get Draren or whatever. Oh no, I'm right there with you. I'm definitely curious to see how Hinterland is gonna wrap everything up. Because there's a lot of loose ends to deal with, especially if, as we've been told, that the story of episode 5 is going to, if it's going to incorporate the tales and what was it, Rudiger's research is going to somehow play into all this. Well, okay, you know what? Maybe we can hang out for an hour or two and we get some rest back. So if we do climb, we won't be so wrecked if we do so. A lot, yeah. And I don't. I don't know if is it going to be like, super giant level storytelling? Maybe, maybe not. But again, it's the end of the road, and even if it's just kind of an okay cap, it's a journey that we've all taken together that's taken like a decade, and that alone is worth celebrating. Well, I mean, we're at like -0 when we're protected by the wind. So and we got a 7.5 degree bedroll warmth bonus. So why not? Because you have to figure PV is going to PV. There were 3 trailers out. Okay, there is. Yeah, well, there's 2 clips from episode 5. One with Will and Jace, and then another with Astrid and Perseverance Mills. And then there's a story so far trailer. So just basically a recap of episodes 1 through 4 for anyone who hasn't been paying attention. But I said they're not so much trailers; they're like little sneak peeks, little snippets. You hate trailers of any kind? Well, okay, I can understand that. If you're trying to dodge spoilers as much as possible. You watched the recap, forgot to think. Yeah, and that's easy to do. Especially if you haven't played through Wintermute recently. because there's a lot. And if nothing else, it's instructive to see how the art style has evolved over all these years. Even since the Redux in, what was that, 2018, 2019? I go, hey, 669 days. That's the sex number with something in front of it. Oh, I got 10 sticks. No, no, don't be ridiculous. Molly makes an appearance. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, she knows where Astrid is going. And she's probably aware of like the convicts who are around. So, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Now, how would she play? What role would she play? I don't know. But I guess, I mean, it's Molly, so whatever it is, it'll probably be violent. I was going to shoot one of the convicts. Yeah, that would make the most sense because that does seem to be her thing. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Actually, you know what? Do it again. We could have Molly come back. I will be genuinely upset if we don't have Methuselah come back. It's like, yeah, Grey Mother probably not. Travel doesn't seem to be her thing, and Father Thomas probably not. But yeah, we could have lots of reunions. Okay. We are okay. Yeah, we got a lot. Well, since we used up all of our sticks, we got lots of carry capacity now. And you know what? I think we just go. I will take. Well, that's a terrible torch. Do better, Astrid. That is technically better, but not by much. Crampons? Crampons. All right, let's go. Yeah, Astrid's sleep schedule is going to be a little woogity, but I think we'll be all right. Oh, look, more sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beauty. Oh, but yeah, I don't know if you watched either of the clips from episode 5, but we do have confirmation, if nothing else, that episode 5 will have hand coverings. So, like survival mode players who have grown used to seeing our characters have have things on their hands will they won't have to deal with the cognitive dissonance of seeing Will and Astrid run around with exposed hands in story mode, even though you know damn well you've got them covered. So that'll be nice. Because yeah, in that clip it looks like Will is wearing ski gloves. As I thought, well, we know about Perseverance Mills on survival. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say that. Well, so the so Raph said he will do a dev diary on release day. So he's been hinting and hemming and hawing. I think if we're gonna get a clear answer on zones from episode 5 in survival, that'll probably be when it happens, because other than like bug fixes and such for episode 5, it's there's not going to be anything for them to worry about other than other updates to survival and Black Frost. So they theoretically they would be free to do so. And yes, I completely agree, Zerd. My attitude toward that is I would very much like something to fill in that one last spot in the map on the far right side. But I do not I don't have an expectation. If it happens, I'm delighted, but if it doesn't, I will understand. I do see that wolf over there, but I prefer to keep on walking. But yeah, even say we only get like Perseverance Mills and Suzuki. Honestly, I'd be happy. Where the oh, for fuck's sake. I do not care to deal with you. I mean, Black Frost. Yeah, I don't know that they. Yeah, a concrete date, because they already said it's gonna it's probably gonna be delayed until 2027. So, I would be surprised if Raph was in the business of giving out any more concrete dates. So, yeah. So um, so the place that Jace is trying to get to, like where Atwood is. So Atwood. It was Atwood was initially mentioned by Jeremiah in episode 2, and then we find out in episode 4 that Atwood is Jace's uh, advisor, or her thesis advisor. And Jace is trying to get to Atwood, who is at the Suzuki like the telescope. It's a facility. Presumably, in episode 4, Jace says that Suzuki is like 15 to 20 clicks north of Blackrock. So, hey, let's get the world map here. Yeah, so Blackrock here, Suzuki. So if we're doing the assumption that to the right on this map is north, because during episode 1 and 2 we get mentioned that Perseverance Mills is north of Mountain Town. And Astrid's going this way because she goes from Mountain Town into Pleasant Valley. So most likely Perseverance Mills is somewhere hereabouts because Astrid, well, okay, she gets in that canoe at the end of, well, we see her in the canoe at the end of episode 4, and she's going up a coast, and then she lands in Perseverance Mills. So presumably it's somewhere around here or here, and then Suzuki might be here-ish. Yeah. Because unless they're going to add coastline up here above Blackrock and Ash Canyon, because we know there's coastline around here with Coastal, Crumbling, and then DP. So, because there's still Port Mary to deal with and Perseverance Mills. So, when Astrid comes into Coastal Highway at the end of episode 3, she gets in a canoe and she presumably floats around, goes past Desolation Point, and then lands somewhere up here. And so most likely, Perseverance Mills somewhere in that gap there. Let's see. Coffee? I got one thing of coffee. Well, one's better than none. Oh, and energy. Oh my goodness, energy drinks. Yes, please. And more birch bark? Yes. Yes. Okay, I can work with this. Oh, and we are absolutely in need of a whetstone. Perfect. But yeah, at least that's the going idea, Zert. How much there is to back that up? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Okay. Where are you? Ooh. Swapsies. Okay. I might have dropped that. Oh, there we go. Phew. No? Okay. You just hang it right there then. But yeah, so the interesting thing will be how do we get there? Is the entrance from PV, like from the end of the road, from that broken highway in Desolation Point, somewhere from Timberwolf Mountain or Ash Canyon, or all of the above? Guess we'll find out. Because there's got to be some way in story to get there. You got to go? Okay, have a good one, Zert. Appreciate you hanging out. Oh, didn't I have quality tools somewhere around here, or did I? did I imagine that? I may have imagined that. Well, that's awkward. All right, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, how many arrowheads do I have? I have 8. Well, don't waste. Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. So 1, 2, 3. All right, very good. And I'll take one of those, pop it in there. And we should have what we need for 8 arrows. No, no, don't see any jerks out there. That's fine. Yeah, that's going to take a hot minute, but that's fine. Okay, so I have that 1 tin of coffee here, and then I have 2 tins of coffee waiting at the idle camp. That is not enough to get us through 25 days in the mine, but it's a good start. There we go. Okay, and now we'll do the other 4. Or at least we'll do as many as we can before we lose the light.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
I know. I've got your sleep schedule all messed up. Oh, we actually got through it. Nice. Okay, so we have our flour, we have our coffee, or what little we could find. So, oh, and we got a whetstone because we were in need of that. So I think, yeah, we just give Astrid a full sleep, and then come the morning, we're gonna go back to PV. We'll cut across, and we'll go through Winding River into Mystery Lake. We'll take a quick jump over to the ravine, get more birch there if we can. Then we start the rest of the trip. Because we already have like what 60 something prepared birch there. That is a that is a lot of birch bark tea. But in fairness, we're gonna need it.
I would do anything for a drink right now.
Jet, steady on, Astrid. This right here is not traveling weather. Plus, I want you to have a full sleep. There we go. And that is not much better. But you know what? It's go time. Head, don't need any of those. Well, okay, I could swap that out for a full one, I suppose. Don't need those. Do I need a maple sapling? Not really. Oh, there we go. We can actually save that whetstone by just putting that knife in there and then grabbing a good one. Like so. Alrighty. Well, that's hardly travel weather too, but you know what? We got what we came for. So let's just skedaddle. Oh, nah, it's fine. It's fine. Uh, no, 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 we're not taking Pinnacle Peaches. Pinnacle Peaches are a backup. We're here for we're here to make Briar House pies. And we got to devote all our flour to that. All right. Oh, yeah, and let's also check for birch on our way out, which I didn't do because we were kind of occupied. And there's one wolf running around here somewhere, so be wary of that. Okay, we're easily within climbing weight. There we are. All right. Now, last time I did mention I was going to check my figures and see if I had overlooked any aspects of this particular equation. I did not. Just completely slipped my mind. But that's fine. Because as I said, at some point we just need to do the thing. And I would like to think I am attentive enough of a player that if things are not going well, or if I am putting the run in jeopardy, I would like to think I'd be able to pick that out and then bail. Now I say that knowing full well that I am as susceptible as anyone to sunk cost fallacies. And given the amount of time and resources we've devoted to this little endeavor, I might try to power through, even when that's not necessarily a good idea. Did I turn too early? I might have turned too early. No, no. No, see, we come in on a downward slope. See, you get me started talking about math, and now I'm all discombobulated. But okay, but at the same time, it's not that much of a downward slope. Okay, we are not where we should be. Remember I was talking about being an attentive player? Yeah, well. I'll rip that idea. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, there's the backpack. Okay, we looped. Yeah, because that's Crystal Lake over there. That backpack, which is we have looted. So yeah, the exit is this way. I even saw that little wing bit. Yeah, let's go find that, and we can reorient ourselves. Yeah, there you are. And we got the used rosehip bush right by. No. Okay. No, there. No, it's by because it's by the wheel. There we go. The landing gear. There's the rosehip bush. Okay. Yeah, we turned a little bit too soon. That's fine. Minor detour. Okay, so let me talk through that. We're scared. So what would be the sign? What would convince me to walk away? Well, basically, if our condition is going down faster than basically if we're going through the things that give us condition back faster than like okay, rephrase. Not including stims, which we really don't want to use. Our ways of getting back condition we lose, most likely to tick damage from fatigue, are going to be Briarhouse Pies and Pemmican. Now, with this extra batch I got with me now, it's we got another 12. That is 112 pemmican at 15? No. No. So the pemmican doesn't do healing. Pemmican only does energy. The Briarhouse Pies do 10% healing each. So that's 10 hours worth of fatigue. Excuse me. Yeah, because and then the and the Briarhouse Pie gives 15% energy, 15% fatigue and 10% healing. So I'm thinking, so we're there for 25 days. Say we get, like, how long? 4? Say we get 4 days in before cabin fever kicks in. That's 21 days. We need to. We're at 21 days that we at the very least need to keep our fatigue above 0. without the benefit, without being able to sleep. It's also 21 days without, without sleep regen. There's passive awake regen, but not very much. Oh, right, no, I tell a lie. Yeah, we have the Briar House, but we also have all this birch bark we're collecting. And yeah, and that yeah, so the briar, yeah, no, the birch bark gives, what is it, 5% over 2 hours. So that can do. So basically, one birch bark tea can, well, it can offset the damage from 5 hours of exhaustion, but it doesn't give energy back. But every food we have can do that, so that's not as much of a concern. Oh, oh, you know what we can do while we're in the neighborhood? We could go check the the bunker. And then see if I left any energy drinks there. Ah, because we have those. Well, no, those give energy, right? And how many of those do I have? I left two, 4. So now we'll have 7 energy drinks. A very short-term solution, but, you know, better than taking chip damage. And we have, I keep forgetting, we have caffeine pills. But my defense there is I don't know what they do. I mean, the description says they give you energy back. Yeah, but like, do you crash afterward? I assume you also get like the headache symptoms, with the chromatic aberration around the screen. But yeah, never actually used one of those, so I don't know how potent they are. But they got to be more so than, say, a pie or even an energy drink, because, well, one, they're way harder to come by, and two, that's all they do. Because like they have like, what, 5 calories. No, that's the way to the plane crash. Yeah, when we see the bear cave, that's when we know when to turn. And there is said cave, so yeah, we're going to want to turn up this slope here. Right, so again, I keep short-circuiting myself. Then, oh, but what about this? Really, but do we have enough for energy? Do we have enough for calorie? Do we have enough healing? At some point, the answer is going to be yes, and I just need to accept that we have to do the thing. Okay, just a quick check, make sure I didn't leave anything particularly exciting. And the answer appears to be no. Alrighty. I did check that, didn't I? No, I want to... there we go. Yeah, we did get that. Okay. Oh, right. We had to have got that because that is, yeah, that's where we would have got our gold nugget. Because I don't think we found it in the, we didn't find it in the Langston mine. Okay, can we flatten out, please? Flatten out. Flatten out. Thank you. Oh, we're back on the road. That's not where I wish to be. Well, all right then. Wait. No, that's right. Oh, hang on. No, no, no. Okay, no. That's a different bridge. Right? Yeah, yeah. So if we yeah, okay, there's the river. Okay. I was gonna say if that's where we were previously, then there would have been, more road going to the point of disagreement. But no, that's not where we are. We're down on the lower side. Actually, I think it's not far from that bridge where this run actually began. Let me check. Yeah, yeah, we actually spawned in Pleasant Valley. Lo those many years ago. Okay, well that's fine then, because I did want to stop by Thompson's and then just make sure I didn't leave anything good there. So we'll do that. We'll stop by Thompson's, and then we'll make our way through Winding River. The dam. Check. Check the ravine real quick. And then, well, yeah, it might be late by that point. We can have we can stop off at camp office. That's fine. We are going the right way, yes? I'm suddenly not so sure. Well, we'll see. Okay, I do see those cattails there. I'm going to leave them. Is that, oh, hang on. No. This is the river, but this is the river going, yeah, so yeah, Three Strikes is over that way. Oh, we're on the other side. I wondered why there was a bridge there. Okay, okay. Well, it's not... Yeah, there's a waterfall there. All right, all right. Not ideal, but... In another sense, maybe it is. Because now we're just that much closer to the Winding River exit. Okay, why don't we just do that? All right. Well, so we'll have a quick stop at Molly's. See if I left any snacks there. I probably did, I think. And then we'll head out. See, would I have left any? Would I have left coffee at Signal Hill? I don't think so. Yeah, there'd be no real reason to keep it there. Okay, and the road's over there, empty barn over there. Okay, yeah, we are where I think we are. Hey, Andrea, good morning to you. How are things? Hope you and Dante are well. We're just rolling into another working weekend for me, but this one I don't mind so much because it gives me a strategic day off when I need one. You're good? Excellent. Glad to hear it. Okay, no, that's the bit. Don't, no surprises. Oh, there's a bunch of you. Oh, I see. I see how it is. I see how it is. All right. All right, fine. You'll also be working this weekend. Oh no. Oh, the May-June issue is due next week. Ah, okay, yes, it's deadline crunch is back. Well, I hope the people, yeah, unlike A24, I hope that the people who are supposed to give you materials are actually helpful this time. You can take a day or two off after you submit. Well, good. I'm glad because I would fear for you and your mental health if you had to go straight into the next issue right afterward. You could. I mean, sure, you could, but we advocate for streamer care. We also advocate for editor care, and it'd be best for everyone if you kept yourself in good working order as well, and then didn't just power through. Take a break, catch up on things. Good. Yeah, looking after yourself and your needs is important too. Okay, well, I mean, I kind of left myself snacks. Are those cooked? Those are cooked. Oh, good. Spring cleaning, your jacket. Oh yeah, you're still working on the jacket. That's right. Oh yeah. Have you? Oh, okay. No, okay. I was about to say. Oh, have you settled on what you're gonna do for Salem Horror? But I did just drink, didn't I? Gosh darn it. But I just downloaded the Last House on the Left faculty episode. So I do not wish to spoil myself. I'll figure that out.
This'll come in handy.
You know what? Sure. We're clearly not using it here. Do you have anything for me? You do not. Waiting on Alex or her mom. Yeah, oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, I know she is, doing her level best to not to make fun, but like to keep things from getting too downbeat. But yeah, and it's not that's not a great situation. Okay, are we just going? I think we're just going. But no, as totally understandable as far as that being a source of delay. And um, yeah, recent events have me empathizing maybe even more than usual. Because yeah, aging parents. I mean, if you're there, it's one kind of worry, and if you're not there, it's a whole other kind of worry. So, my thoughts are with her and her family because that's rough. Because yeah, I think I mentioned in the previous stream that my dad had a seizure out of nowhere because he hadn't shown any signs of that previously, and well, it happened again and again. Although, thankfully, he was around other people, and he, yeah, the first time the ambulance came, and then, okay, and his brother, my uncle, that is okay. We'll take him to the hospital, but then. Like the ambulance hadn't made it off the property before it happened again, so they were able to come back and then witness the event in full. And it's the strangest thing because he's in like good health, like no no heart issues, no history of any kind of nervous system issues, and it's just out of nowhere. Now, he what was it they called it? So he's at a well, he went to a hospital and then they gave him a 24-hour EKG. Basically, hooked him up to a heart monitor for a day, just to see what's what. And as best as we can see, there's nothing that jumps out and says, "Hey, you should keep an eye out for seizures," which is part of what's so befuddling about this whole thing. Because like multiple times, doctors have given him a clean bill of health, just despite the incidents in question. So we're all just kind of scratching our heads. But he's feeling chipper, and other than being annoyed at not being able to drive or use his hot tub for the next 3 months. I mean, he seems to be dealing with it just fine. I mean, so for all this time, like I mean, I'm used to worrying about my mom. Like her health is obviously on the decline. We expected that. But Dad was a surprise. Is a surprise. So my hope is, he's, he'll get the help he needs. If it's meds or not, we don't know yet. But he'll get taken care of. And my hope is no more unpleasant surprises before I head back for a, that's a bear. Yeah, but before I head back for a family wedding in September. I can hear it breathing. And that is why we play with headphones and sound on. Unlike past me, who, when I started playing TLD, turned off the music and listened to podcasts instead. Now, granted, I was not streaming at that time, but I would have walked right into that bear, as I have done on other runs. But let's just let that bear go about doing its ursine business. I am so dedicated to nonviolence today. I'm not even going to take a pot shot. But yeah, that is a very roundabout way of saying I feel for Alex and her family, and I hope things go as smoothly as they can in these situations. All right, take a little shortcut down here. Very nice. It is on the late side, but if we can get through the dam, preferably without an aurora. Like we could just hang out in the front room, or we just pop into the ravine and then hang out in the cave. We're gonna keep our outdoor time up as much as possible. Could do. Is there no? Did I? I might have left some flour at camp office. I'm not 100% sure. Do we need it though? Because we already have. Yeah, we got 3 full bags. Yeah, I'm gonna say we don't. If there is flour at camp office, we can just leave that there. Because, like, at most, we have what? Well, we have enough for. Okay, I didn't count up exactly, but I think the meat at transfer pass. We have enough for the 11 pies at minimum. Maybe another 5 or 6 at least. And we have the oil. We got plenty of oil there. And it's point two? Yeah, 0.2 kilos of flour per pie. So 4.5 is. Okay, no, let's not. Let's not. Well, hang on. Okay, so 1 kilo gets you 10. 2 for 20. 3 for 30. 4 for 40. So that's. Wait, is that right? Yeah. So 0.2. So 1 kilogram gets you 5. No, it's 0.2. 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Yes. So 0.2, 5 times is 1 kilogram. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and then a half is 25. Yeah. So the 4.5 kilos of flour we're carrying right now would be enough to get us 25 pies on their own. And we already have 14 in the bank, so, and that would be, what? Okay, so I was jumping ahead. I was saying, where does 0.5 come in? No, 0.5 comes in because how much meat we need per pie. Is that? No, okay. For a second there, I thought that was a pot sitting out on the snow. No, it's just a pallet. No, okay, more cattail heads. Don't need. Well, let's see. So 25. So 25 pies. So you would need. So what's half of 25? 12.5. So grand total, you would need 12.5 kilos of venison and ptarmigan and rabbit. Do we have that? It could be tight. I know we have at least, was it like 7? Yeah, like 7 worth. I'm gonna see how much I can do this without. Well, basically, I want to save my lamp oil more than anything. I mean, I could just. suck it up and use another torch. We might as well. Plus, the faster we get through here, the less danger we'll be in from... Wait, have I not searched you? Holy crap.
I think I can use this.
Alright, anyway. Faster we get through here, the less the likelihood we get caught up in an Aurora. I do have, okay. Just making 100% sure we have the bedroll. Oh! There's a bandit sitting there the whole time. See? This is why you take a second look at places you've looted. You never know what you might have missed. No, I was gonna say, do we just go straight to camp office? No, we are in need of that birch. And we did take out Scooter last time. We passed this way, so shouldn't be an issue when we go through there. Ooh, another energy drink. Yes, please. Let's see. Anything? Oh, more birch bark. Don't mind if I do.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
So many can openers. Okay. Ooh, coffee. Yes. Oh, fantastico. And yes, surprise coffee, best coffee. Hang on. There's no reason for you to be